Northland Center was an enclosed shopping mall in Southfield, Michigan that opened in 1954 and closed in 2015. If you've clicked onto this video, then you know what today is. It's Monday, Mall Madness. Every Monday I'll be releasing a new video on a defunct or maybe not so defunct mall and its history. Make sure you stick around to the very end of the videos. I'd like to see if you, the viewer, are paying attention. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for my latest mall video, defunct store, occasional throwback Thursday, or soda history. Leave a suggestion about a future video or memories of this mall. Thanks. The J.L. Hudson Company built Northland Center. In 1948, architect Victor Gruen convinced Hudson's, then reluctant to build branch stores, to take advantage of the suburban growth by constructing a ring of 4 shopping centers surrounding the city of Detroit. Of the 4, Eastland Center, Southland Center, and Westland Center were the others. These malls encircle Detroit's inner ring of suburbs. Gruen's vision was to attempt to recreate the pedestrian-friendly mix of shops, cafes, and restaurants of his native Vienna outside of an urban area. Northland Center was situated on a 163-acre tract located 10 miles northwest of the center of Detroit in an unincorporated section of Oakland County known as Southfield Township. Ground was broken on May 7, 1952. Over $30 million was invested in constructing the facility. The complex was a sprawling 1,040,000 square foot open-air structure. It encompassed 2 levels. The ground floor was devoted entirely to retail. A basement included lower levels for the larger stores, 2 subterranean shopping concourses, storage areas, mall offices, and a truck tunnel network. During the mall's early years, the basement was also maintained as a fallout shelter. After the completion of the mall, Northland Center was the world's largest shopping center. Northland Center became the first major post-war development in suburban Detroit, as well as one of the first of many forays into the suburbs by Hudson's. As originally built, Northland was an open-air pedestrian mall embellished with gardens, fountains, and 13 sculptures, which had been designed by 6 artisans. It opened on March 22, 1954, to much fanfare and provided Victor Gruen with national prominence. The mall opened with a 4-level, 486,000 square foot J.L. Hudson, the first suburban location in the Detroit-based chain, and it was situated in the center of the cluster-type mall. The store was surrounded by 5 retail blocks and 7 open court areas. All enclosed structures were air-conditioned, and there were 12 escalators. Court areas featured fountains and over 8,000 trees, shrubs, and flowering plants. Pre-recorded music could be heard over a system of loudspeakers. The shopping center opened to much fanfare. Besides Hudson's, Northland opened with 67 stores and services, including Hughes and Hatcher, Max's Green, The Wild Pear, Barnaby Children's Shops, Cunningham Drugs, Baker's Shoes, Chandler's Shoes, Big Boy Restaurant, Winkleman's, Albert's, S.S. Kresge, Robinson Furniture, Better Made Potato Chips, Kroger, and Sanders Confectionery. Northland featured auditoriums, the Northland Playhouse, the Northland Theater, a bank, post office, infirmary, an office for lost children, lavish landscaping, and even offered free gasoline for customers who had run out. Within months, a total of 81 stores were in operation. Merchants and shop owners in downtown Detroit saw the writing on the wall. This was the beginning of the end for the highly successful downtown shopping district. The entire shopping center was surrounded by parking lots all the way around to accommodate the masses. In fact, the shopping center boasted parking for over 7,500 cars. Many people lost their cars in the center's 10 lots, that were divided and designated from A to J. The white mall security cars would drive folks around to find their lost cars. The area surrounding and including the shopping center was incorporated as the city of Southfield in April 1958. Vehicular access was improved in 1962 when the James Couzens, or later John C. Lodge, Expressway was extended from Detroit's Wyoming Avenue to 8 Mile Road. In the early 1960s, Northland Center was expanded. Hudson's added a fifth floor in 1960 with the store enlarged to 537,000 square feet. The Building G and Building H blocks on the south end of the complex were completed, adding stores such as Tall E Shoes and Best & Company. Stores in Building I on the mall's north end began opening in the fall of 1969. These included GQ Modern Shop, Barclay Gallery Limited, and B. Dalton Bookseller. The first and only motion picture venue to operate at the mall was built adjacent to its north parking area. The suburban Detroit Theaters, Incorporated Northland Theater debuted on November 17, 1966. The cinema was twinned in November of 1976 and came under the American Multi-Cinema brand in June of 1986. It was closed in January of 1990 and reopened as the Millennium Center, a Bollywood and live performance venue, in April of 2000. A mall-wide Northland renovation was done between July 1973 and August of 1975. A two-level, 284,000 square foot JCPenney was built on the northeast corner. The store opened its doors in unison with a brand new Eastland location on May 21, 1975. The second phase of the $25 million remodeling enclosed the mall. Northland Center reopened as a fully enclosed shopping facility on August 3, 1975. With its 21-store expansion, it now encompassed approximately 1.5 million leasable square feet and featured 102 stores and services. It would officially become a mall. A bus stop area at the front of the shopping hub was filled with a new block of inline stores in 1980 to 81. By the mid-1980s, several major tenants had vacated, including S.S. Kresge, Joann's Fabric, and The Limited. Illinois-based Main Street joined the tenant list on March 12, 1988. This single-level 61,000 square foot store would be rebranded as Kohl's on March 19, 1989. A new decade brought a $7 million indoor-outdoor facelift. New lighting, ceilings, flooring, and skylights were installed. An 8-bay food court was created in the existing mall space. The culinary complex opened in November 1991. Montgomery Ward gutted store space in two northwest blocks, creating a two-level, 118,000 square foot store. This opened for business on November 19, 1994. On November 10th, a 40,000 square foot TJ Maxx welcomed its first customers. The next expansion extended Northland Center southeast. A one-level, 116,000 square foot Target made its debut on March 10, 1996. In early 1998, Montgomery Ward's closed its underperforming store. In June of 2000, JCPenney closed. In August of 2001, Hudson's closed. It reopened as a rebranded Marshall Field's. In 2004, Kohl's pulled out of the mall and closed. The old Montgomery Ward was leased to National Wholesale Liquidators, who opened in October of 2004, but they only lasted 4 years and they closed in November of 2008. In 2005, Kanye West would make an appearance at the mall. In September of 2006, Marshall Field's closed. It would reopen as a Macy's. But as the years went by, Northland failed to adjust to the changing needs and expectations of consumers and was slowly replaced by other shopping alternatives. The mall's age began to take its toll. Merchants began moving out, robberies and shootings made the news, and the number of annual shoppers went from 18 million to 9 million. The mall was losing $250,000 a year. On February 1st, 2015, Target closed their store, leaving the massive mall with just one anchor to sustain it. On March 23, 2015, Macy's closed, leaving the historic shopping hub anchorless. By this time, the owners of the Northland Center had defaulted on a $31 million loan, sending the property into a receivership. $3 million were also owed in back taxes and utility bills. An estimated $6 million were needed to complete various repairs to the 1.6 million square foot structure. In February of 2015, an Oakland County judge approved plans to vacate and shutter the historic shopping hub. The mall closed on April 10, 2015. The mall was sold again and transferred the deed of the shuttered shopping center to the city of Southfield. Demolition of the Target and Firestone buildings commenced in October of 2017. Imagine Northland, a redevelopment plan for the remainder of the mall, was drawn up but was eventually abandoned. In July of 2021, Contour Companies acquired the mall. Bruce Kopitek, chief architect, would oversee its redevelopment as the Northland City Center. Under this plan, the original anchor store would be restored and reconfigured as the Hudson City Market. This facility would include a food hall, entertainment venues, home furnishings mart, and leased office spaces. The inline store sections of the original mall will be repurposed as 254 loft apartments. The JCPenney and Main Street Cole structures added to Northland Center in the 1970s and 1980s would be demolished. Multi-story buildings containing apartments, townhomes, and street-level retail would be built, with patches of green space and parking facilities also created. Old and new structures would incorporate the mid-century modern architecture used for the original 1954 mall. Ground was broken for Phase 1 in 2021. It is projected that Phases 1 and 2 will be complete by 2027. Congratulations, you made it this far into the video.
When I find you.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
So let's see how close you were paying attention to my video. So how many anchor stores closed in this mall? So if your answer is 7, give yourself a hand. You were paying attention. Thanks for watching. So what do you remember about this mall? Leave a comment or some more details that I may have missed, or maybe even a suggestion for a future mall video you would like to see. Don't forget to hit that like button and please subscribe to Eric C. Productions. Thanks for watching.